This needs to be rolled out in every town and city where we do seem to have a grooming issue, a sexual exploitation issue, whether it be counsellors, whether it be individuals off the street, whether it be members of the government, whoever's involved in the exploitation, the grooming and the rape of minors and adults around this country needs to be highlighted. Places like PAG UK, whether it be in Accrington or Rochdale, need all our support, and hopefully this is store number 2. I can't wait for store number 3, 4, 5, 6, and you get the picture. That's when you'll see a true effect. That's when you see the media will have to stand up and listen. That's when you'll see more and more survivors willing to talk, knowing that they've got a support base behind them. Which, let's stick with Accrington. You had some press that come down.
We had
and followed it.
The Lancashire Post came, lovely lady.
Right.
Spent half an hour trying to explain to someone who's never heard about PAG UK, from that being that far away from us.
Yeah.
Trying to explain to us what we're doing, why we're doing it, and what our aims are, as well as survivor support prevention we're very big on. I've also explained, even though we've got a history in Rochdale, please don't judge what we've done in Rochdale, because that dynamics in Accrington are totally the same. I mean, I don't know if I get to Accrington the police and the council are going to go yet, because I haven't actually been to do that yet. It's something like that it's been set up to do. There was a meeting but I couldn't get over for the meeting, so there's another meeting and I've been invited to it, so these councillors and these police are going to be at this meeting, so I'll get a chance. I'm hoping that they're not like Rochdale who dismiss us and they're willing to listen to us, because I'm not there to ask for the permission. I'm there to tell them that we're coming and this is why we're coming. We can work with you or we can work against you, it doesn't matter. Either way, children will be safeguarded 100%, paedophiles will be exposed 100%, your failures will be exposed 100%. So we don't want to come and do that, so don't put us in a position where we have to, like they did here in Rochdale. You understand?
Certainly, mate. Well, with the press, with that lady, did you take that she was fair and unbiased in her reporting when she did come?
So again, it's back to, still a lot of people don't understand what grooming is. There's no crime committed until after a crime's been committed. I don't buy that. You know, the grooming's a crime itself, so why should we wait till the products of the grooming comes to fruition before we act? And I think she had that kind of attitude, as many reporters have in the past, you know. It's not, when I tell somebody they're being groomed, you might not have had sex with anybody. You might not have been touched by anybody. The fact is they are being groomed towards that, or towards selling drugs, or towards stealing cars.
They're
or
just
towards...
that little bit closer because of the psychological manipulation that's taken place.
There you go. Grooming is illegal. That means the process up to sexual contact, up to stealing a car, up to selling a bag of drugs is illegal.
Just as
illegal. So let's get them before they get to selling drugs, being abused, thieving, robbing. You know, let's get to them before that, and let's take these groomers down before.
But that's been the big problem that you've always had, Billy.
Yeah,
you could go to any policeman and say he's being groomed or she's being groomed for A, B, C, D, but they'll literally sit there and go,
wait until she's been groomed.
When it's been groomed, when there's a sexual act, when it's unconsensual, non-consensual, that's when we'll do something. And even then, you've still got a very low percentage of it actually going anywhere.
This is the reason why we raise awareness, and I want to spread this awareness out, because Rochdale's on the ball now. I believe there's a lot of parents in Rochdale. There's 8,000 people in my group. I can't walk for. I'll tell you a little thing. We had a field goal festival on Saturday. But I don't go drink. I don't drink teetotal. Don't have a drink whatsoever. But I went first. We was in here. Wayne was only me and Wayne, so I said, we're going to have a walk around, because recently, not last year, but the year before, there was a gentleman down there called Michael Cliff who was convicted for indecent images. And he's there with a council permit on his wrist, taking pictures.
So is he taking pictures on behalf of the council or for himself?
He's freelance, so he can sell them off to what he did with these pictures, he sent them to, there was in Rochdale Online and Rochdale Observer, rather than somebody making a formal complaint, and then they removed all this and they won't use them again.
Right.
I also contacted the United Kingdom Photography Club, and he got booted out of that as well.
Right, because you're proving that if he's got a conviction, there's no way you should have a position as a freelance photographer.
So the photography club, upon my information, which I believe they should have checked it first, but must have went away and did a DRB check and booted him out.
Right.
I went to the council and then they sent a suit down, and I don't know who the suit is. I think it would get Danny Briley, but I can't 100% because I can't remember what he looked like.
But he's the one that labels you as vigilantes.
I have the recording of the conversation at home, and he tells me on the conversation, he told me it looks like he's been given this as a favour. So someone who works within the council was friends with him and said, yeah, I'll get you a pass. And give him a pass without doing any checks, without doing any background checks, without seeing if he had a criminal record.
So that's negligence then?
Negligence, so...
That obviously shows a double standard that's going on with Rochdale Council.
Bear in mind that's 3 years ago now. Because the last 2 he hasn't been there, because that's what I was doing on Saturday.
Right, so that is 3 years old, that?
That's 3 years old.
Right, okay. But it just shows the pattern.
The last time he turned up was at Glastonbury with his little permit.
So this is the what you're saying again. He's not a groomer, but he's obviously got a record for having indecent images, and the fact of him being a freelance photographer, that doesn't worry them.
No.
You know, so where's the preventative measures?
That's what I'm saying to you. So prevention for me is he's got a camera and he's got a conviction for child images. We're going to confiscate that camera because he shouldn't be allowed a camera. And even though it might be spent, it is well overspent, you know, his conviction. But there's no such thing as rehabilitation of a paedophile to me. So if he's got all them images, so this is what happened. He wasn't caught. Someone in London was caught by the Met Police and an international indecent image racket. He was putting the pictures together of kids' bodies with known kids' heads to the people. So they was fantasising that this kid was the real. I've had inside info on this. So he was arrested and charged and convicted of making images, not just distribution of. He was making the images. That is as bad as paedophilia. If you're going to take a child's body naked and put a child that you know's head on it and then sell that, then you're a paedophile. Not in Rochdale.
He's distributing indecent images. Doesn't matter what he does. The fact that he's doing that makes him more sordid. And the fact that he's utilising what he's clearly decent at, which is media and photography.
Yeah, he's got his own website as well, his own wedding, you know, I'll do wedding, kids' parties and all that on his Facebook.
I mean, everyone deserves a second chance, but the bottom line is he's got to be looked at. No, well, no, I mean, to be fair, but at the same time, there's something that still
go and work
sits...
on a farm shoveling shit, or go and work something you don't, you know, get done for decent image.
Yeah,
it's like me getting done for paedophilia and then coming out, serving my time and then saying, right, I'm going to be a nursery teacher, I want to be a nursery teacher.
I know, that's what
I'm saying.
Really uncanny about it.
Yeah, there you go.
So if nothing else, he's got to be monitored. You've got to be preventative rather than just go, well, he's a photographer, what can we do? And then what you're going to do, wait till you find another 150,000 images on his computer 5 years down the line.
Well, he won't get caught twice, will he?
Well, this is it. Let's go back to the way the media, or at least this reporter in general, covered the Accrington store. So she come down, she was fairly unbiased, she was fairly nice, you say. She then went to get a statement off the police station.
So we got the same old off the police. Groups like this...
Could you get that up for me?
No problem. Groups like this don't know what they're doing. The same scenario of we might be interfering with an investigation. Well, if that's the case, you'd have picked him up for the information that's already out there. We don't get this. We don't get access to the police database, so we don't know what they're holding. We just know this person's phoned the police and this policeman still hasn't been. You know, so we know it's not a police investigation because you haven't been to take the statement.
Exactly.
And that's 9 times out of 10.
It's a cop out, mate, when they say things.
It is a cop out, mate. It really is.